Greetings to all the students. Hi, my name is Giselle Wassa, the creator of this platform, and welcome to TExES Special Education Explained Simply. I am currently studying for the TExES Special Education exam, and in this channel, I explain everything in a simple and practical way. In today's video, we are going to do something a little different. Instead of just talking about the law, I'm going to walk you through a realistic IEP meeting scenario, step by step, so you can understand how everything we learned in Domain 1, Competency 001A, actually works in real life. Welcome to your channel, TExES Special Education, Explained Simply, where we break the exam down, one step at a time. In special education law, everything can feel confusing, but in reality, it all comes down to one simple question. Is the student actually making meaningful progress? For the TExES exam, don't try to memorize everything. Just ask yourself these 4 questions. 1. Is the student making progress? 2. Is the education appropriate? 3. Are the supports helping the student succeed? 4. And is the placement the least restrictive environment? If you can answer these, you can answer almost any question. The Rowley case, decided in 1982, answered an important question. What does appropriate education really mean? The court said schools must provide access to education and some meaningful benefit, but they are not required to maximize a student's potential. In simple terms, schools must help the student learn, but they don't have to make them reach their absolute highest possible level. Years later, the Endrew F case in 2017 raised the standard. The court said that some progress is not enough. The student must make meaningful progress that is appropriate in light of their individual needs. This means the IEP must be ambitious and tailored to the student. So how do these cases connect? Rowley gave us the foundation. Education must provide some benefit. Endrew F clarified that benefit must be meaningful and appropriate. So today, when you see a scenario, you should always think, is this student actually making meaningful progress? On the TExES exam, you will not be asked for definitions. You will be given situations, and your job is to decide. 1. Is the student progressing? 2. Is the education appropriate? 3. Are supports sufficient? 4. Is the placement appropriate? The correct answer will always align with these principles. Let's imagine a student named Noah. Noah is an elementary school student with autism. One of the main challenges affecting him at school is that he has difficulty following verbal instructions, especially when the instructions have more than one step. For example, if the teacher says, "Put your math book away, take out your reading folder, and sit on the carpet," Noah may only do one part, or he may not respond at all unless someone repeats the direction several times. So the issue is not just behavior in a vague sense. The issue is more specific. Noah has difficulty processing and following spoken directions, and because of that, he needs frequent redirection throughout the day. That is the challenge the team is trying to solve. Now imagine you are the teacher in Noah's ARD meeting. You are sitting with Noah's parent, the general education teacher, the special education teacher, the speech therapist, the administrator, and the rest of the support team. Before this meeting, the school has already tried several supports to help Noah. The team has put in place 1. A visual schedule. The idea was to help Noah know what comes next in his day without depending only on verbal directions. 2. Simplified instructions. Instead of giving long multi-step directions, the teacher has tried to use shorter and clearer language. 3. Adult support. A teacher or support staff member has been helping Noah directly when he gets confused or does not respond to directions. So this is important. The school did not do nothing. The school did try supports. Now the team looks at the results. After using the visual schedule, simplifying instructions, and providing teacher support, Noah is still struggling to follow directions consistently. He still needs repeated prompts, multiple redirections, close adult support. And the most important part is this: the improvement has been very limited. That means the team cannot just say, "Well, we already tried something, so let's leave it there." Because when a student is not making enough progress, the team has to stop and ask a very important question. Are the supports actually appropriate for this student, or do we need to change the plan? That is where the ARD meeting becomes important. Now we come to the real question. The team should not simply continue the same plan without discussion, because the student is not making enough meaningful progress. Instead, the team should review the situation and ask, is the problem clearly identified? Yes. The difficulty is following verbal instructions. Are the current supports enough? No, not really, because progress has been minimal. What needs to change? The team should consider adjusting the supports, services, or strategies so the student has a better chance of succeeding. Now we move from problem to solution. The team could decide to strengthen the plan in several ways. Option 1. Break directions down even more. Instead of giving even simplified multi-step directions, the teacher may start giving one direction at a time. Example: instead of, put your paper away, get your pencil and line up, the teacher says, put your paper away. Then, after that is done, get your pencil. This reduces language processing demands. Option 2. Add visual direction cards. The visual schedule helps with the order of the day, but Noah may need something even more specific. Visual cue cards for individual tasks. For example, sit down, open notebook, get pencil, line up. This gives visual support at the exact moment of the difficulty. Option 3. Increase speech-language support or collaboration. Because the challenge involves understanding spoken language, the team may ask, does the speech therapist need to be more involved in helping staff support receptive language? This does not mean speech only happens in therapy. It may mean the speech therapist helps the team design more effective communication supports across the school day. Option 4. Revise the IEP goal. If the current IEP goals are not specific enough, the team may need to add or revise a goal related to following one-step directions, then two-step directions, using visual prompts with less adult support over time. This matters because if the need is real, the IEP should reflect it clearly. Now we connect it to the law in simple language. This scenario touches several important legal ideas. FAPE. If Noah is not making meaningful progress, the team has to consider whether the current educational plan is truly appropriate. Endrew F. This case reminds us that the student's program must be designed to help the student make meaningful progress, not just minimal progress. Ellery. The team also has to think about whether Noah can continue in his current placement with better supports, before jumping too quickly to a more restrictive environment. So the issue is not, should we move him right away? The issue is first, have we done enough to make the current placement work with the right supports? That is a very exam-like way of thinking. Now we connect the scenario directly to the TExES exam. A question might sound like this. A student with autism has difficulty following verbal directions in the classroom. The teacher has used a visual schedule, simplified instructions, and direct teacher support. However, the student continues to need frequent redirection and has shown minimal improvement. What should the ARD committee do next? Then the answer choices might look like this. A. Continue the current plan because accommodations are already in place. B. Move the student immediately to a more restrictive setting. C. Review the student's progress and revise the supports or IEP as needed. D. Wait until the next annual meeting before making any changes. What is the best answer? Take a few seconds to think about everything that we just said in the video. Are you ready for the answer? Okay, let's go. The best answer is C. Review the student's progress and revise the supports or IEP as needed. Why? Because the student is not making enough progress, which means the team should not just keep everything the same. And they also should not jump immediately to a more restrictive setting without first considering whether the supports and services can be improved. That is the thinking the exam wants. Look at progress, review the plan, revise supports, and make the program more appropriate. Now let's see why the other answers are wrong. A is wrong because just having supports in place does not mean the supports are effective. B is wrong because LRE requires the team to consider supports in the current setting before moving to a more restrictive one unless clearly necessary. D is wrong because if the student is not making meaningful progress, the team should not simply wait. If you want to end this part clearly, you can say, when a student is not making enough progress, the team should not just continue the same plan automatically. The team must stop, review the data, and decide whether the supports, services, or goals need to be changed. And that is exactly how you should think on the TExES exam. The question is not just, did we provide support? The real question is, did the support actually help the student make meaningful progress? Thank you so much for watching this video. I know today's video was very long and packed, but hopefully now we have a very more detailed picture of what Competency 001A is about and how to think at the exam. I hope this scenario helped make these laws a little clearer. If you found the video helpful, please let me know in the comment section and share your thoughts or questions. Your feedback really helps me improve the content. And if you're studying for the TExES special education exam as well, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next videos in the series.